We always come back to a place of anxiety when there's uncertainty ahead of us. Our brains are continuously doing something called DPO, looking for duration, path, and outcome for every single task that we're busy with. Whether it's just having a meal with a friend, going on a trip overseas, or whatever the case may be, you have DPO, duration, path, and outcome. And right now, we have no DPO for the outcome, the duration, or what's going to happen on the path till COVID-19 sort of settles, the third wave goes away, and almost come back to some level of familiarity and normality. And all of us are in a state of anxiousness. The more and more I speak to people, the more there's a default button of anxiousness. And I am part of the human race, and I'm also going through it. So I've been looking at ways to get rid of, heal, or just really integrate a different perspective into my life so that I don't have time for anxiety. And that's really the key here. So the three other things that I have done to release myself from any sort of anxiety is firstly taken on a mindset that if you don't have any new input, it's impossible for you to have a different output. So if you're continuously doing the same thing every day and you're anxious and you keep doing the same thing and you're still anxious, what do you expect is going to happen? It's going to be continuously the same sort of process. So the number one thing that I've done is simplify my life. A few years ago, I got rid of my car. A few years ago, I decided I don't want to own any property. A few years ago, I decided I want to have as minimal staff as possible. So I really work with freelancers and partners now. I have nobody to pay salaries to, really. Everybody's linked to making money together. So I really simplified my life so that I don't have extra noise while we're going through this sort of incredible uncertainty that we're going through. The second thing is slow down and pick up something with a beginner's mind. My training for the Ironman, learning how to swim again, these were all beginner's minds process. And so what I had to do was reconnect or connect for the very first time new parts of my brain. And while that's going on, there's quite literally no time to be anxious because you're learning something new with a beginner's mind in a different perspective. Now that's a new input, right? And so that gives you an extra output. And the third thing is engage with experts, with healers, with people that work with trauma, that work with memories, that work with emotional stuff that we need to go through. Stuff like family constellations or teacher plants or body healing. All of these things help us deal with shifting who we are and the perspective we have. So if you are dealing with anxiety, if you know anybody who is, try these three things. 1, simplify your life. 2, do something with a beginner's mind so that you're not caught up in the same old type of thinking. And 3, make sure that you're engaging with experts and with specialists that can help us with this. Because it's a process that we need to heal in order to be able to have a more calm, elegant approach to the world ahead. Ciao.